Tonight, from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Hello again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gautin, joined as always by Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Cowboy team entering play. They've been in a great group. Winners of 7 of their last 10 on the year. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. And it is a first-time Pro Bowler who leads him out, Charles, in his 11th year now, Geno Smith.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about it being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Geno down to throw. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Geno. That completes it again to Metcalf. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now Geno on 1st down. He'll find Metcalf. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing again is Smith. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 24-yard line. Running left is Walker. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. To throw is Smith. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Now Smith. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, It's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty
NFL
well.
Madden Week Season 222023 Week 13. Games and highlights will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023.
He's had a Pro Bowl type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Going to run again here with Pollard. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. Here's Prescott.
The NFL Madden Week Season 222023 Week 13 matchup is now live streaming on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he's going to take this ahead
Week
for
1
right
3
around
Seattle
3
Seahawks
yards, but no more
5-6
than
Dallas
that.
Cowboys
Second
8-3.
down. Now Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Prescott on 1st down. And this one's incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. 60 catches for him now on the year. This last one, a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Going right back to Ferguson. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Pollard. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Pollard one more time. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, That's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Play action. It's Smith. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be really
You don't deserve
upset,
anything
right?
for that.
But you get credit for it? Is that how that works?
Yeah.
Well, I know whoever has this team's defense, they were happy about that play.
Again, Smith. That's to the rookie Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That's good for a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. And they'll come up 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Smith. Over the middle, it's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on third down, Smith. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. A shotgun snap for Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. Touchdown! Ken Walker with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Ken Walker who finished things off with a touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. On the return, it's Jordan Lewis. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
After the interception, here's Smith. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On 1st and 10, Smith. Left side complete to Lockett.
And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Throwing now is Geno. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Micah Parsons has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. This will be caught just inside the 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Now Smith on 3rd and goal. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete. Myers' kick is good. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up this weekend around the NFL.
In the 1 o'clock games, one that immediately catches the eye is in our nation's capital. A big test for the Washington Commanders,
as they'll square off against the Miami Dolphins. Lots to look forward to in the late games as well. One of the best being in Philadelphia, where we find the Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And one more to highlight, a good one on Sunday Night Football between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And Pollard going to pick up a Cowboys first down as he'll be brought down at the 42-yard line.
Here's Pollard again.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Now Prescott.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Prescott.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. And he's got Smith and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 29 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They run straight ahead here with Pollard.
Yeah, he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Prescott from the gun. He gets it to Cooks. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
And Brandon, you know that expression, he just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Throwing, Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Ferguson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
On second down, it's Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott now. Forced out to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now a give here to Pollard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson there to make the grab. And the Cowboys are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point.
It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27.
Back to throw, Smith.
And complete to Smith and Jigba.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Micah Parsons.
And this one will be brought back to the 22.
A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback to just throw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick. Go throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
And Prescott, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Reek Woolen.
And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
But here in the fourth quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down.
Trying the left side with Walker.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's Walker. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They get 17 on that one, move the chains, first down Seahawks.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On first down, Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. Now Geno. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 18 yards that time to push him up, first and goal.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Geno now to throw. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This will come out to the 25 as Lewis going to opt to not return it. Dallas offense set for this next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
On the left side, Gallup's got it.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Prescott yet again. Here's a screen now for Pollard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Here's Prescott. He finds his man complete. That's Ferguson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. From the red zone now, Prescott. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. CeeDee Lamb high in the air to bring it in. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally. But here comes the onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now defensively they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll indeed take a knee. Down to a knee, here goes Smith, and that should all but do it.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the right hash, this from 53.
So it's a win for the Seahawks here, and it was thanks in large part to the play of the man who's been doing this for a while, their veteran quarterback.
Yeah, he really had a great night throwing the football. 3 touchdown passes. He was totally locked in. He was precise, and he really willed his guys to the victory.
So for the Seahawks, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's a tough one to swallow as they drop back to 8-4 on the year.
The NFL Madden League Season 2-2-2023 Week 1-3 matchups will be coming up next on GOAT's International Sports Showdown 2023.
We thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Week 1-3 Indianapolis Colts 6-5 Tennessee Titans 4-7.